Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So today is gonna be me updating you because I saw the lymphedema specialist. I found out something kind of shocking that I was not expecting. We're gonna have a little like what I ate today moment mixed with a little weight loss update. So it's gonna be a mixture of a lot of things. So let's get into it. So first I wanna start with the whole lymphedema thing. So very short backstory. In 2019, I started forming this big fluid like-ness on my leg. I don't really know how to explain it. I diagnosed myself with lymphedema, and then whenever I would see a doctor and I would say, yeah, I have lymphedema, they'd look at it and they wouldn't like say, oh no, that's not lymphedema. Like they would never like say, that's not what that is. They would just like go with it. But I never actually saw a lymphedema specialist or a doctor that knew much about lymphedema. I never did until recently. Oh my gosh, I finally did it. I prolonged it for long enough. I was just really nervous to go for some reason. I'm massively embarrassed and ashamed because I don't like showing my legs, and I knew that was going to be obviously a big portion of this visit, is a lot of look and poke and prod and stuff like that. So I finally said I am trying to get my health together. Like, it's been about a year now that I have been following doctor's instructions. I have been advocating for myself and losing weight and just really trying to better myself. And it just feels like all this time that I should have been doing it my whole life, especially my adulthood life, I have prolonged so many things that in this last year it just felt super overwhelming. But if I wouldn't have prolonged all these things, then I know this last year wouldn't have been so overwhelming, if that makes sense. So I want to say that this lymphedema specialist is more than that. She also is a specialist in lipedema. I don't really know how to pronounce it very well, but I need to learn, and you'll know why. She has been a specialist for over 30 years. So her knowledge was mind-blowing. This appointment was 2 hours long. And as soon as she saw me, even before I took my pants off, she knew exactly what it was. And then I had to obviously take off my clothing, and she really saw. I do have a little bit of lymphedema. I do. But what I'm actually experiencing is lipedema. It is a disease that not a lot of people have, but more people have it than you think. It's not something that people just go around knowing. Like, lymphedema is more common and more commonly talked about, but I have lipedema, and this shocked me completely. But everything she said made sense, and it all came together because ever since I was a little girl, I've always experienced bigger calves and bigger arms. And it's like, no matter what I ate, no matter what I did, like, it was hard for me to lose weight. It was super easy for me to gain. You guys know that. You guys have seen that. Like, when I was doing my series videos, I was like weighing myself every day, showing you guys what I ate. I was showing my calories. There was a section where for a couple weeks I was eating below 2,000 calories. And I was not losing weight. And you guys were calling me a liar. You guys were saying that I was lying and I was binging off a camera. And I was so frustrated because I was weighing myself daily for that series as well. This isn't just happening during that series. This has happened for years now, that I would be around the same people, eating the same things and having the same physical activity. And I would either gain weight or stay the same weight while they'd be losing weight or stay in their healthy size. And it just seemed like nobody understood me when I would say I gain weight if I eat 2,400 calories. Like, no one believed me. And I was becoming frustrated with that because it's like, a lot of you don't believe me when I say that I do gain weight by eating that amount. And there was even a section of a time where I was eating like 1,700 calories and I was still gaining weight every single day, while Feline was doing the same diet as me and losing weight while she's already thin. So it just felt like I was broken. Something was wrong. And I was right. Something is wrong. The number one symptom of lipedema, I know, I'm just bad at pronouncing words, is weight gain. no matter what diets you do, no matter how low of calories, you gain weight. That is the number one symptom. The knowledge was overwhelming in this 2-hour session, which I have another appointment with her next month, which I'm already so excited for because she's teaching me so much and she made me feel so validated. She was like, you have troubles losing weight, don't you? And I was like, yeah. She was like, even eating at a normal amount? And I was like, yeah. It's because of the disease. And it just like really shocked me. And Feline like looked at me and was like, you know, like she has seen me through all of these struggles and it's just been rough, you guys. But I have a reason now. And now I understand that it's like no matter what I do, I have something fighting against me. And that's the number one freaking symptom. It's just so frustrating. And I just feel like for so long, people didn't take me seriously. I would talk to you guys repeatedly and I'm just like, you guys, I promise, like I'm not binging off a camera. I'm showing you everything I'm eating. But there is a diet for patients like me and for people with this disease. And it is keto or low carb. The specialist told me to stay below 50 grams. And I was very, very upset with that. I don't agree with keto. I don't agree with low carb. I don't feel like it is a healthy way of living. Before I get into that, I do want to say she also gave me this like lymphatic massage and it hurt so bad. So like the normal person, she told me it would feel really good, like you're enjoying it. But since I have lipodema, it freaking hurt. It hurts so bad, but it's something that she said that I need to try to do daily. It's a lot of massaging near lymph nodes, and that hurt so bad. Oh my God. But it's supposed to help move fluid throughout your body so you're not retaining so much fluid. And she was like, do you ever gain weight while you go on car rides, even if they're just like over an hour? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, lipodema. And I'm just like, everything is coming full circle. Like I knew I wasn't dumb. I knew I wasn't an idiot. I knew I wasn't making excuses. I knew something was off. And I finally have a diagnosis. I thought I was going in there to be told, yeah, you have lymphedema. This is what you can do for it. My whole world is kind of shook. Like, I'm not gonna lie. You can actually have liposuction on certain parts. If you have lipodema, you guys, I promise next video, I'm going to know exactly how to pronounce it. You think I would after seeing her, but it's like one of those things. It's like, I'm so bad at pronouncing certain words, like lymph nodes. I go back and forth between the two. I'm like, which one is it? I know it's one of them. I just don't know. But yeah, you can have liposuction. Sometimes that'll help and such. So that is something I can think about doing in the future. And she also said, when you do lose weight, do you notice it in your face more and not in your body? And I said, yeah. And she was like, because you don't have lipodema in your face. And she was like, that's why your arms are bigger. That's why your legs are bigger. And I'm just like, wow. And she was like, this is a disease that progresses. It doesn't just stop. And everything was just like coming together for me. And I was like, wow. So you guys telling me, wow, her arms look so much bigger than years ago, or her legs look so much bigger than years ago. How is she actually losing weight? It's because of this disease. What? Like everything is just coming together, and I'm so glad that I finally have an answer and I'm not just like a freak show. I do slightly feel like one because it's like I'm never going to get rid of this, but what I can do to help it and to lose weight the best of my ability is low carb and staying below 50 grams of carbs. And I've never believed in that diet. You guys know that I've been in, I have shared that I do not believe in that diet. I do not like that diet. I did a mukbang where I was like, I'm doing low carb, and I had a freaking baked potato, y'all. Y'all know I've never taken low carb seriously. I've never done it, never actually tried. That's one diet I've never ever done. Keto, low carb, no. But I'm not going to these specialists to just hear them tell me to do something and me not doing it. I'm not getting these tests, and I'm not seeing these doctors just for them to tell me something and me not listen to them. No, I'm going to better myself. So today is actually day 4 of me being on low carb, and I'm actually doing it. I'm staying below 50 grams of carbs. I don't have to count calories. So that's an aspect I do enjoy. I don't have to count freaking calories, but I know the difference between eating like a crazy person and eating like a normal person. So even though I don't count calories, doesn't mean that I'm sitting here and binging. I haven't had like the urge to binge. If I ever get that urge, you know, I got me some pork rinds for a salty crunch. So I wanted to show you guys what I ate the first day on low carb. So I did film my meals, so I'm going to show those for you guys. So here is my first one. All right, first meal, no calorie counting, just low carb. We have bacon, eggs with a little bit of cheese, and cucumber. Now I'm gonna show you my second meal. So the next thing I'm eating is literally just chicken, onion, and zucchini. I have green onion and just like regular white onion. I just added some minced garlic, some pepper, and some soy sauce. I would love this with some rice, but no rice for me. I guess I could have used like cauliflower rice, but I don't have any. So maybe next time I'll add that to it just to add some like volume. Here is my third meal. So next meal, I made a taco salad. So we have lettuce, ground turkey with some taco seasoning. There is zucchini also, just for more hidden vegetables. We have some queso blanco, salsa verde, and then some regular salsa. And then for the chips, I found these protein chips. They're loaded taco flavor. Yes, we have a fourth. So next thing I'm eating, because I am hungry, feeling a little snacky, but I'm also craving like protein, that type of vibe. So this is just some steak that I cooked on the stove, obviously. And literally all I put in this is some garlic salt and pepper. It smells amazing. So those were my meals for the day, but I did get snacky. So I didn't film my little snack moments, but I had green olives that were stuffed with garlic. I have never had that before. It was so freaking good. I was like, okay, this is gonna be like my go-to for sure. And then I had pork rinds. I had like a spicy and hot pork rinds. So it actually, that very first day was 37 grams of carbs. And it was only 30 grams of net carbs. So I'm not really sure. I'm like balancing between like regular carbs and net carbs. Obviously, by doing net carbs, you actually get to eat more carbs, but I don't know. I feel like that's cheating in a way. So I've only been doing like actual carbs. So I haven't really been paying attention to the net aspect. I will say I am a little bored. It's only day 4 and I am a little bored. It's a lot of meat, and that's coming from someone who does not like meat that much. So I'm having to really put myself in a different headspace. I can't see myself doing keto / low carb while being a vegetarian. I have looked up things and it's just, it seems almost impossible, especially because so many vegetables have carbs and are starchy. So many fruits. It's just like, this seems like such a weird way to lose weight. But I do want to say, day 1, I was 488.8. So I had gained more weight. I wasn't binging, nothing. It was simply because my body does not lose weight like the normal. And I'm coming to accept that. And now I know what to do to try to fix that. And today, so after 3 days, I've done 3 full days of low carb. And I weighed in today at 482.4. So that means I'm down 6.4 in just 3 days of low carb, which is amazing. And she tried to explain to me that someone with I'm just going to say lipedema because I feel like that's what it is. She tried to explain to me that someone with lipedema could eat 1,500 calories of carbs and, you know, have fruits and have maybe some chips or like some whole grain bread and some brown rice and gain weight, while the next day they could have 2,300 calories of a low carb keto diet with less carbs and they'll lose weight. Carbs is what is creating me to hold on to so much water and to not heal from this. It's just, it's mind-blowing that this is what I have to do to better myself. The very diet that I absolutely disagree with. It's just a lot of meat. It's a lot of cheese. You know, you have to have a lot of fat because you're not getting in carbs. And I don't want to overdo it in fat because I do have gallstones. So it is a lot of like give and take, trying to make it fit and do the right thing. It's been different. It's, you know, like last night for a snack, I literally melted a slice of pepper jack cheese on the stove because I'm allowed to have that over having like a banana. It's weird. It's weird. It feels off, but I am peeing more now. Like normally I don't pee much, but now I'm getting rid of all this water and I'm finally peeing. People are like questioning like, why don't you pee that often? Because my body holds on to this water because of lipedema. And I've noticed that I am so thirsty now, which is freaking awesome because I am getting in so much more water than usual, because normally like I'm holding on to so much water, I don't feel as thirsty. But now that I'm letting go of it like I'm supposed to, like I'm able to like drink water like a normal person. Like I feel like I'm drinking water all the time, but it's probably like a normal amount. I'm just not used to it though. So it's a lot of changes. It's weird. Like I'm allowed to have ranch dressing. Like, ma'am. So I've been having, like last night I had this salad, which was so simple. It was just chicken, ranch, onion, lettuce, and some olives. And I was like, oh yeah, and some shredded cheese. And I'm like, this is what I'm allowed to eat. It's like shocking a little bit. And it's working. Like my body is letting go of the things that it usually holds on to while doing like a normal diet. And I know within the last year, I have lost almost 100 pounds. And she was honestly amazed. And she was like, have you noticed a stall? And I said, yeah, it's been bad. And she was like, now you're finally stuck in that spot where it's your lipedema stopping you and preventing you from losing more weight. And she was just really proud that I already lost some weight. So that meant a lot to me. To continue going and improving and losing weight, I have to follow the instructions, even though I don't want to do them. You guys know that I've been told to do low carb before by professionals, and I didn't do it because I don't agree. But I need to change. I need to fight for my life. And if this is what is going to help me live longer and healthier and happier, then I'm going to do it. And yeah, so today will be day 4. I saw the lymphedema specialist on the 20th of October. My day 1 of low carb was on the 21st, and today is October 24th. A lot of people are wondering if we're like up to date on videos. Yes, we are. It is the 24th of Octobies. So yeah, that is my update for you guys. Like, this is a low carb queen, a keto queen, staying below 50 grams of carbs. And so far today, I've only had 6 grams. I've had 6 grams of carbs and it is 7 p.m. And I noticed by doing this, like, I haven't ordered takeout, not one time, not even for a drink. I don't even drink diet soda no more, because she said, even though diet soda has 0 carbs, our body reacts to it as if we are having sugar and are having carbs because of the sweeteners in it. So I was like, ugh, I don't want to cheat myself. So cold turkey, I said, bye-bye soda. Ugh. So I've only been drinking water. I don't know. It's just very big changes rather quickly, and I'm actually being successful with it. It's kind of weird. Gotta say, kind of weird, not gonna lie. So anyways, I'm gonna end this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed my little update, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.